Moses and Elijah appeared in glorious splendor, and they're talking with Jesus. They're speaking of his exodus, which he was about to bring to fulfillment at Jerusalem. What's the subject? His death, his suffering, his cross. I suppose the disciples might have thought they'd be talking about the kingdom and the glory and the overthrow of the Romans, the establishment of the Messiah's throne over the whole earth, but they're not. Here Moses and Elijah are talking about the death of the Messiah. Again, these are two very special men, and the testimony of these two men is a confirming testimony, because they are two witnesses, and they're talking about the death of Christ. Larry, you mean that Moses and Elijah were aware that the Messiah must die? That the cross is actually part of God's plan and it's not an interruption, and Moses and Elijah affirmed this? Yeah, that's exactly what this is about. Moses is the greatest leader in Israel's history. In authority, he is a king, even though he never had a throne. In word and in message, he was a prophet. In service to God, he's every bit a priest serving God's people.
In your name I come alive to declare your victory. The resurrected King is resurrecting me.
On his behalf. He's the author of the Pentateuch, the law, the agent that God gave his holy law through. The very first messianic prophecy came through Moses. He's like, you guys think Moses is all that. Moses was writing about me. If you're going to have somebody give testimony to the fact that the Messiah has to die and give his life as a ransom for many, couldn't get a better witness than Moses, unless it was Elijah. He could stand with Moses because he fought every violation of that law. He battled the nation's idolatry and their unfaithfulness with courage and words of judgment, and he validated his message with miracles. Did you know that there were only 2 miracle eras in the Old Testament? You know what they were? The time of Moses and the time of Elijah. You know it. It happened in Egypt. It happened in the wilderness. You can read about Elijah's miracles in 1 Kings chapter 17, 18, 19, 2 Kings chapter 1, chapter 2. Here are the 2 most trustworthy eyewitnesses that no one could bring the apostles more assurance and confidence that the death of Jesus Christ was part of the plan than to hear it from Moses and Elijah. And here they are. They're in glory, confirming the glory to come. They're talking about Jesus' death, his suffering. So you got it all right here, right? But Peter, of course, has to talk. So in verse 33, Peter said to Jesus, and you would think after the last thing he said, he would have kept his mouth shut. When he rebuked from the Lord for saying, no, you're not going to die. Get behind me, Satan. He blurts out again, interrupting their conversation in mid-sentence. Master, this is good for us to be here. I have a great idea. We're going to put up 3 tabernacles, 3 sanctuaries, 3 temples. I can see it now. One for you, one for Moses, one for Elijah. Why do you think he said that?
At the name of Jesus, every knee shall bow. At the name of Jesus, every tongue confess.
Hi. Suicide rates are rising rapidly, so most Jesus followers should prepare ourselves for a more active role in preventing suicides. We are on the front line since pros rarely get involved until a foot soldier helps connect people in crisis with trained professionals. E94.org is a Christian ministry dedicated to equipping the church to prevent suicide through free training of foot soldiers to prevent suicide through training, consulting, and resources. Get equipped to give hope and help and confidently refer people to professional counselors. Learn more at E94.org. Thank you.